Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. We have another episode of the Okayest Knitter knitting video podcast. My name is Sarah. You can find me on Instagram as Sarah Spencer Knits and on Ravelry, I think as Sarah R. Spencer. I'm not on Ravelry though, so you can find me there, but I don't go in unless I'm buying a pattern that's only available on Ravelry. Anyway, welcome back. I know last time I was on here, I was like, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I just moved. Things are crazy, yada, yada, yada. And then it was 2 weeks, and then it was 3 weeks, and then it was 4 weeks. So here we are. Today is February the 5th, which just so happens to be the release date for the Foo Fighters' new album, which I am tremendously excited for. So that is quite something to me. Anyway, shall we get to it? Thank you. If you are a returning watcher of my little show thing here, I don't get too many, which is just fine by me. This is more fun for me than anything. But if you do watch, feel free to subscribe and like or comment because I like interacting with you. And again, did I already say it? Probably said it. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I think I said it. I might cut this out. I don't know. But I am in a new spot in my house. So I am in my new house and I am in my sitting room. So you see I've got my fireplace, I've got my board game cupboard, and I moved one of my armchairs from the other side of the room here so that I would have this lovely light for filming. So I don't have my little yarn around and I'll be reaching around everywhere, but I have a couple of finished objects that I think are so exciting and you might be able to tell. Should we do? What am I wearing? I feel so silly doing this because my husband's in his office and I made him close the door so he wouldn't hear me talking and doing this. But anyway, I'm very happy. I have completed a new sweater and it's perfect. It's blocked and I love it, especially since we just had 3 inches of snow. Oh yeah, snow. I'm in Missoula, Montana. Well, not really anymore, but in that area. So if you're wondering where I am, I'm in the general vicinity. Okay. Anyway, back to my very obvious finished object here. So I have, this is the City Limits sweater. This is a pattern by Tannis Fiber Arts. I got it at a point where it was free. I don't think it's free any longer. I think you have to pay for it. But it is completely reversible. It is a marled sweater. And I chose to do this in the Hugh Loco Mums to Slay fade that she was selling on her website. And I'm currently wearing it with the knit side out, but I think it looks just as good on the wrong side. And I think that's what I posted on my Instagram was the wrong side photo, but I love it. I'm gonna stand up here and I'll show you what it looks like on. I got my mom jeans on. But anyway, I love this sweater so much. I chose to do the I-cord finishing on the bottom, on the sleeve, and on the neckline. I also ended up doing, just with the nature of the way that I purl, I ended up doing twisted rib on the wrong side. So that looks really, I think, beautiful to me. And it looks really great. Looks really great on the other side, but I chose to wear it this way today. The neckline, it is something I'm gonna have to get used to. I'm not used to having something that quite goes like this. I really like it. I actually wore it at work. I work at hospital, and so I wore it over my scrubs just to keep me warm on a day where I was working where the office is really cold. So that was really nice. Should I sit like this? Or should I just like go full like chill? No, I'll be like, but yes, this is a very exciting thing for me to knit. The kit was, it was like $140 or something like that for this. So that is a lot of money, but it's something I've wanted to make for a long time. I could have done, in the pattern, Tanis does hers not enough so much as a fade as you put one consistent color of mohair and hold that all the way through, and I just did holding 3 pieces of the fingering weight from Hue Loco together, and I did a fade that way, and my brain doesn't work that great. It works fantastic. My brain works fantastic. Okay, I'm not gonna cut myself down. But thinking and weighing out the yarn and deciding when to switch colors was something of a feat. So there's 5 colors here. So we have lightest, starting to fade, to more purpley, starting to fade to that first brown, starting to fade to darker, and finally to the darkest. This is riveting stuff, I tell you. I don't know what kind of things you're out there looking for, but I got them. Anyway, so I love it. Absolutely adore it. It's super squishy. I blocked it. And it plumped up really nicely. It's super squishy. I didn't make my sleeves like too long because I don't know, I'm not really a fan of rolling them up, so I like them to just be like just below my watch level, because I find if I have something up on my watch, I don't like the way it looks. So just an inch or so above, 3/4 inch above my watch line is where I like to knit my sleeves to. That being said, lots of news. This was on my list that I wanted to do. I wanted to do a fade, and I did it. So there we are, very proud. Now I just have to decide what I'm gonna do with my other Hue Loco fade. I have an idea, but, I showed you something. Okay, while I'm showing you things, I should show you my other finished object, which I made with some of that yarn I showed last time on the podcast where it was like rainbowy colors, and I made the flying geese blanket. And I don't know that it was finished last time, but I did finish it, and let me show you how it turned out. So I might have to stand up again. But this is the flying geese blanket, throw blanket pattern. It's a free pattern on Purl Soho. But yeah, I adore this. I made it for my kid, and she adores it. It's really, if you have a bunch of like different color, bulky weight yarn, this was a pleasure to knit. It went super fast. You know, towards the end when I did that attached I-cord, I was like, this fucking blanket. If people only knew the amount of swear words that went into your lovely heirloom hand knits. Can you imagine Grandma being like, this fucking heel, I can't turn this goddamn motherfucking heel. Grandma probably didn't do that, but you know, your friendly neighborhood Aunt Sarah does. Okay, so I made that. It's super cozy. So it's 100% recycled yarn. I think it was like loops and thread or something. I don't know, go back and look at my other thing. I got it at Michael's. Sometimes they come out with these different things, but you'll see it if you go into Michael's. The white, they didn't have white, so this was just some other bulky white yarn I had. Nothing special, just like the dollar bin at Michael's. And then I ran out of this green, and so I again just added another bulky green that I had laying around. And then to save myself from having to go like have a bunch of like leftover yarn, I just put the leftovers into this final big triangle here. I think it looks super cute. And it is, it's like twin sized. It's like a twin size bed. It's my whole arm span here. So it's lovely, it's cozy, and I don't think I actually want to take it off my lap. But those are my two FOs, and they're pretty big. I mean, this is what I've been working on this calendar year. So 2021, it's a blanket and garment city thus far. But I have two whips actually. I still have my Harry Potter gloves that I'm making, which I will eventually finish, but not now, because I have other things that are pressing in my mind. Because I have started the slip stravaganza, and you know what I'm realizing is I meant to grab my phone earlier. I don't know what I did with it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was going to show patterns, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I was just thinking I put it in the bag. Nope. Okay. Let's see if I can do some fancy fast forward on that, or you guys can just double tap right through there. Okay, so I have started to make a slip stravaganza shawl. I have never made a shawl, nonetheless never made a Stephen West pattern. This was a paid for pattern, by the way. I'm in the section 1, so I'm in the first section where it's like that honeycomb section. I started working on this maybe 2 weeks ago, and this is where I'm at. I'm trying to make mine like, I want to make like a Harry Potter like house color shawl, because I'm using this. This is the Common Room color by Lolo Did It that I got for Christmas from my brother-in-law, and it's super soft, very lovely. So this is all fingering weight. This is, I think, in her superwash merino and cashmere base. And then, so I'm using that. And then I have my other accenting colors. So then I have this, which is Sriracha, and it's on the sparkle base. So you can see there's like the little stellina in there. Maybe it's picking up. So that'll be Gryffindor. Then I have this yellow. Sorry, don't remember what it's called, but it's in her tonal base, tonal colorways. This yellow, and this is just on her 80/20 base. And then I have this green, which I will eventually go into in the next section for Slytherin. And that's another Lolo Did It 80/20. And then I got blue, and Lolo Did It 80/20. I don't know the colorways. They're her tonals. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm interested to see how this knits up. It's definitely very primary colory right now, but I think once it's all done, because this is, and I'm surprised at how big it is so far. So I have, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have like 5 more of these honeycomb sections to go to, and I'm decreasing each time, so it'll probably come down to here. And then you have the next section and the next section. So I'll be interested to see how it all comes about, but I think, you know, under a coat, it might look okay, but it is definitely very, kind of like, I don't know, schoolyard, red, yellow, green, and blue. I don't know. It feels very Crayola, but I am nonetheless excited. I'm using my Addy Click Bamboo. Sorry to burp. bamboo needles. Sorry, I thought I caught a glimpse of my phone because I wanted to show you patterns that I downloaded on my phone, but I didn't. Okay, so that's my whip. And as far as that goes, that's all for the whips, but I have some acquisitions. So if you want to stick around and see what yarn I got some exciting things. So I so very much enjoyed making this flying geese blanket that I went ahead and was back at Michael's, and I've got a bunch of this Bernat velvet. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that be a nice blanket to have? It's so soft, so squishy. And I had a bunch of Michael's gift cards. So, I mean, it wasn't free for somebody to buy, but it was free for me to buy. So I have 2 of each of these colors. I'm gonna make another flying geese. Yeah, I'm gonna make another flying geese pattern out of that. And so I'm really looking forward to that. So this was not free. Well, it was free to me because I had a gift card, like I said. But overall, I have the receipt. But overall, it was buy one, get one off. Buy one, get one half off. So the total was $55.89. And there's no sales tax in Montana. So that was the total. So, I mean, it'll still be pretty expensive for a blanket. Like if I was going to the store and I was gonna buy a twin size blanket, I would not spend 55 bucks. I just wouldn't. Usually every year at Target during Black Friday, they have like these plush blankets that I buy every year that are like $20. So I would not spend $55 on a blanket. However, you know, I think there's something magical about it. So I'm pleased. I'm excited. It keeps falling off my lap, so I'm gonna put it back on. Okay. Good. That whip is done, or that acquisition done. Next. I have made one sweater out of Hue Loco, and then I have become an addict. Georgia from My Favorite Murder always does that, and I'm never really quite sure which one it is. Okay, so I have bought 5 skeins. Hue Loco, like I saw on her Instagram stories a while back that she was doing Harry Potter themed yarn, and clearly I am going to purchase Harry Potter themed anything so long as the money is no longer going to J.K. Rowling. Because fuck that turf, frankly. Anyway, so this is from Hue Loco. This is in the soft sock, 90% superwash merino, 10% nylon, fingering weight 2-ply in the colorway Aragog. I mean, we have browns and blues and purples and little streaks of orange. Maybe you can see better on this one. Let's see if that shows. Yes, I love it. So let me tell you what I want to do with these, because I also got this, which is the snowshoe color. And I am going to make the Arachne sweater by Andy Satterland out of Aragog yarn. So this is the sweater. Everyone has at some point seen this sweater. I'm a very spooky lady. I love Halloween. So this sweater is it's quite a form-fitting sweater. It's like 3/4 length sleeve, and in the yoke of it, it's a spider web. Need I say more? So that's my plan. that's my plan with these. So I think that'll be really cool. Aragog theme, make a spidery sweater. Because I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of an impulse buy. And I didn't really know what I wanted to make with it, but I had that pattern anyway. So I went ahead and connected them once I opened the package and realized what I had done. Okay, next, I have wanted self-striping yarn for a very long time. And I have been following Luna Pearl Yarns on Instagram. This is the colorway. I'm quite excited. And you know what? I've said it before that I'm not gonna make socks. This is me eating my words. I wanna make socks with this self-striping yarn. So, socks 2021. That's what I'm doing with this. Don't hold me accountable to that, because maybe I'll do something else, because I also ordered that self-striping yarn pattern book. So, might use it for socks, might not use it for socks. We shall see. Okay, and then next. Sorry, and you're welcome. So next I have the winter holiday thing from the Grocery Girls. Winter holiday thing. Do you think that's what they called it? No. But this is the oops, oh shit. Don't look at that, don't scream and grab that. I'm sorry. That was the pattern. So this is the Holly Jolly hat. This one's by Jody. And this is the Frost Tokui by Tracy Miller. And I got the yarn. Frickin' A. The thing I was just gonna grab fell off the chair. So this is really lovely and beautiful. So I was super pleased to get this. And when Jody did her testing call for this hat that I probably just gave the pattern away on, Holly Jolly hat. I'll try and cut that out, sorry. Holly Jolly hat. I was unable to test knit it because I was moving and I think that I was in like a depression, so I didn't knit it. So I didn't test knit it, but I went ahead and I bought the kit so that I could, so that I could make it, because I really wanted to make it. So I'm quite excited about this. And then it also came with like this little ornament and a sticker. This is all old news. And then it also came with this Tuft Woolens bar of soap, and it is cranberry pucker. It smells good. That's what I use to wash this sweater and block it, because I do a wet block. I throw it in the wash and then I lay it out on towels. I don't like pin anything down. So yes, that's all that, and I'm quite excited. So I have plans to make that, and then, Christ, sorry. Okay, and then in the mail, I received the latest installment. I can't remember if it was 5 months or 6 months, so I don't know if there's another one coming or not. But I got the Amanda Knits Harry Potter yarn for the month. So spoiler alert, if you have not received yours, which you should have by now, this is it. And holy heck, it's amazing. Here's the inspo. This is the Hybridian Black. Love. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm noticing, because I'm observant and obnoxious apparently, is that this is making a little dragon egg rainbow. Is it not? Am I wrong? Okay. So it has killed me to not knit with any of these because I've been holding on to them because I was thinking maybe I would make a sweater out of it. And now that I see that there's like a dragony rainbow, I'm quite enthused. I'm thinking I will make a lady's fingers sweater with this. Maybe. I got my club on the on her DK, the Stupio. Oh wait. Stupio. Such a nerd. Stupio base, which is 80% superwash merino wool, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere, and it's DK. So I'm thinking I will make the ladyfinger sweater. If there's another sweater that you can think of that would look good with like a rainbow that uses DK yarn and maybe 5 to 6 skeins of it, hit me up. Let a girl know. Because I'm not married to the idea of the ladyfinger sweater. It's just something I saw and thought, aha, 6 colors. That'll be perfect. Okay, as I just toss everything on the floor. Okay, now, I don't want to alarm anyone because I have talked incessantly about Harry Potter fandom, and I literally just pulled a wand off of the table behind me. But I'm kind of a nerd. Not sure if you picked that up. And I've had this on pre-order for a little while, and look what arrived. I'm in love. I'm so excited. Okay, first off, number 1, bleep, beep, boop, bleep, boop. So this is another book by Tanis Gray. So I have the Harry Potter one, and now I have the Star Wars one. And there's all sorts of amazing patterns in here. I'm going to try and highlight a couple of the ones that I really want to make. So hold your horses, hold your chewies. Okay, I'm not going to make this, but how cool is this? Love that. There's a couple of garments in here that I'm really excited about, in particular this one. My husband Chris has claimed that I need to make him that, and I'm not mad about it because I want to make one for myself. So, and then this, an Ewok hood. Who doesn't need that? Tell me. There's some cool scarves, but I'm not going to make a scarf, let's be real. I'm trying to find, there's one thing in, okay, so this is another thing that I'm going to try not to show the pattern, but you can kind of see. This is a cowl. It's a Millennium Falcon. So that I'm quite excited by. The mittens, the sheer level of talent in making these mittens. This is off of the poster. That's super cool. There's some other really cool things in here, but I'm not going to show. There's one thing that I really am looking for. Well, this isn't the thing I was thinking of, but that's cool, right? I'm getting there. Okay. Where are my mid-30s aged millennials at? You cannot tell me this is not cool. Darth Maul mittens. I shall be making those. Darth Maul is a really cool character. Very cool. Store, that's cool. I don't know if I clocked that when I first looked through this. Yeah, so that is amazing. That is exciting to me. Don't remember how much it was. It was probably like 25 bucks or something. $29.99. No sales tax. So that is amazing. So anyway, that's everything I have since the last time. So I have 2 finished objects. I got 1 whip. I got a lot of yarn. I got a lot of ideas. I have really enjoyed interacting with you, meeting some new people. I love getting the little Instagram messages and the comments down here. So keep them up if you feel like it. There's a couple things that I have read. So I read Parable of the Sower, which was really good. Highly recommend. It's supposed to be science fiction, but it feels too real. I might have talked about that before, but I finished that, which was really good, and Parable of the Talents, which was the sequel. Again, very, very good. Highly recommend either reading the book from your library or from your local bookshop. So those are really good. And then I've also recently finished reading White Rage, and holy smokes, can we talk about, I'm not going to go into the details, but if you are into politics or not into politics, but are just interested in learning about the oppression that white people have done in the US, it's quite extensive, and there's things that have happened within my lifetime that I didn't realize. So read it. Yeah, very, 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 very interesting and good to sit with and know about. That's one thing that I've been trying to do essentially since the beginning of 2020 through now, is I've been consuming anti-racist literature or literature written by people of color, because I have a very narrow view as a white lady living in Montana. I think that I have not had an experience or a walk of life that some people have been exposed to. So what can I do except to educate myself? It's no one else's job but my own, and so here I am trying. I'm trying. So I think it's even more, I think it's incredibly important even now. I think a lot of folks have felt a sigh of relief with the presidential election, which is great. But now we have to hold the feet to the fire, make sure things get done. And it seems, fingers crossed, hopefully. The other thing, though, is that in Montana, oh my God, basically a reelected official now is a Republican, which if you're a Republican, fine. But for Montana, it's something else. Typically we have like a balance, right? We have John Tester, and he's a Democrat. He's a senator, and he's pretty cool. He does not look like, when you think about Democrats, he looks kind of like I don't know, he's a rancher. That's what he looks like. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. Oh, so that's all good and sad. Good and sad. So remember that things count on the local level. Don't get complacent just because you feel safe that there's a different leader in the White House, because majority of the decisions do not happen from the White House. But I hope, if you're like me, that you got to have that sigh of relief, that release of emotion, of pressure, of fear that you might have been holding on to for 4 years. So all that said, I love you. Actually, I don't love you because I don't know you, but I respect you. Hope everybody's okay. Yeah. Until next time, I hope you cast on. I hope it goes okay. I hope you read a good book. I hope you watch a good show. I don't know. I don't know what else. That's all I got for you. Until next time.